many years ago when she was interviewing to be an anesthesia resident, and I was her potential boss at that time. And I was just struck by her warmth and genuine nature and her playfulness and her just enthusiasm for life. I knew that I desperately wanted to work with this girl. And I always say that she is the only resident in anesthesia that I've ever actively recruited to this day. So when she started mentioning this witty, funny, charming guy from Scotland, I had a lot of questions as the big Sid. And I asked some serious questions to her, and what I saw was she was absolutely smitten. She talked about him reading to her at night, their favorite books, him bringing her coffee in bed, her supporting her through big presentations and other challenges in her life. And I thought, okay, this might work. But it wasn't really until I got to Boston and got to spend some time with them that I really understood the depth and the breadth of their relationship. Stops was she rented a plane, because she is a pilot, if you're unaware of this, and she wants to take us up in this very small plane. So David and I climb in the back of this vehicle without hesitation, and we both notice kind of how tense Erin is. So she hasn't flown in years, and she's like going through her checklist, her pre-flight checklist, and kind of steeling herself. And before I can even say anything, I just see a hand go forward and rest on her shoulder. And in that moment, she takes a big exhale, and if you know Erin at all, there's a nod that Erin has when she's ready for something. It is a... And she did that, and I said, and I didn't have to say a word. But what I noticed was, until she kind of settled into the quiet practice competence of a pilot in the air, David didn't take his eyes off her. He was constantly scanning her, making sure she was okay. And it was at that moment, at the end of the day, when I said to myself, this is a union that was meant to be. This is a partnership. This is companionship. This is an understanding of each other.
A good marriage must be created. In the art of marriage, the little things are the big ones. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day.
I love you too.
It is remembering never going to sleep angry, or at least trying your best at it. It is at no time taking the other for granted. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together and facing the world with all of its darkness and all of its light. It is forming a circle of love that gathers in the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways, which David is an expert. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and, most importantly, to forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each other can grow. It is finding room for the things of the Spirit. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful, which David, it's very easy.
Yeah.
It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
I
I, Aaron, confirm you, David,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
my constant friend,
my constant friend,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my love
and my love,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
in the presence now
in the presence now
of God, our family and friends.
of God, our family and friends.
I again offer you my solemn vow
I again offer you my solemn vow
to be your faithful partner
to be your faithful partner
in sickness and health,
in sickness and in health,
good times and bad,
good times and bad,
joy as well as in sorrow.
joy as well as in sorrow.
I promise to love you unconditionally,
I promise to love you unconditionally,
to support you in your goals,
to support you in your goals,
to honor you,
to honor you,
respect you,
respect you,
laugh with you,
laugh with you,
cry with you,
cry with you,
and to cherish you
and to cherish
as
you
long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
So I met Erin at our best friend's wedding in 2013. She flew in the day of the wedding, so we had been out there in Austin for maybe 4 or 5 days. So it was only at the wedding that I met this girl in the blue dress. And we had the ceremony. I didn't speak to her. I was doing all my groomsmen activities. And then the first dance was happening, and I was standing round kind of near Erin, and then I was standing next to her, more by just kind of drawn. And the first dance started happening, and I was like, oh, isn't it disgusting how much in love they are? And she turned around and she punched me, straight in the chest. And I was like, wow, American girls are a little bit different.